I'm here at the law offices of Steel and Eisner here in Seal Beach, California. This is just after the hazardous material incident called the Western Incident, where there's a major disaster in Garden Grove. This gentleman here lived in that area and is involved in the law proceedings that are going on here.
Yes.
So can you introduce yourself, please, sir, and tell me just a little bit about your experience?
Yeah. So my name's Shadi Debavny. I'm a resident of Westminster. I live right behind the GKN Aerospace facility with my parents that have been there for 30 years. I've been there for 25 years.
Yeah, and so you're how close to the actual facility, sir, approximately?
I was 1 block away from the facility.
Okay, wow. So, and I heard you talk in the press conference, you guys did not evacuate. And can you tell me the reasons for that? And I understand everyone has their own personal reasons whether to evacuate or not.
Yeah. So just going off the list, there's many. I think that they didn't want to leave. You've worked your whole life for this house. You do not want to leave. It's your castle. And I think that he took the right steps. I did try, all my sisters, all my family tried to get them out, but evidently they did not. It was Memorial Day weekend. They didn't want to reach out and ask for, all my other family members live in apartments. It's going to be stuffy. They don't have an extra bed. He has back problems. He can't sleep on a couch. He can't sleep in his car. My mom, they both have medications, they just thought it was better. It would cause more health problems to leave than stay.
Yeah. Did you feel like the information was hard to come by, or what sources did you use to get information during this? And did you feel well informed?
Yeah, so I think I felt too well informed. Actually, I think the press conferences that were given by the fire chief was actually very anxiety inducing. I felt like there was a news press conference every 30 minutes. I couldn't catch up. My parents couldn't catch up. And if we caught up to one, there's another one about, it's about a blow up, or it was a little all over the place. I would say it wasn't clear and concise, which is how it should have been given mass panic.
How do you feel right now living in that home still? Do you feel safe? Do you worry about after effects? Are you reassured when you were told that there was no leak and there was no poisonous gases nearby and everything was being monitored? How do you feel being in your home now currently?
Oh, definitely not safe. Now that's going to be in the back of our heads. You know what you live by, and you just have that type of sense that this company is ensuring their safety, and they didn't. And then this is what happens. And now with this gross negligence, we are going to live with the thought that something could blow up near anybody's house. You don't know what is in the backyard. And now this is going to raise concern. Anybody living not just in this blast zone, if they're living in Wilmington, they're living in Long Beach, and they have a plant behind their house, they're going to search them up and say, what the heck is in these silos? It could be something worse than the MMA that was in those silos. So I think not only is this with this legal proceeding, it's going to raise concern not only for them, it's going to raise concern for all the smaller ones that this could happen to.
Yes. Did you have any idea, sir, that this type of material, MMA, was being stored that close to your house? You have any idea what so long? Yeah. And do you have concern that there's other areas or other companies in that industrial area that may have similar things going on that most people aren't aware of? And kind of the last thing is, I imagine everybody's looking now and Googling what's near me, and not just in Garden Grove, but probably even across the country. It was a nationwide story. Yes, exactly.
So exactly what I was trying to say. We drove past that plant. I couldn't even count. It's probably thousands of times. My mom has taken us to Knott's Berry Farm right up the street, and that was the road she chooses. She doesn't want to take Beach Boulevard or Golden West. She'll take Knott. And we know it's an industrial street. We knew it was an industrial street because there's not that many cars and people living on that street. No one knows. It's just silos. They don't have MMA written on the side, and if they are hazardous, they're going to be hidden behind the tank. And not only that, the whole plant it looks like an army base. The whole it's covered. No one really knows until you search it up, and that's why I think this legal proceeding is going to open eyes about what's really around you. It could be worse. It could be silly putty. The range is this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, I really sympathize with you in the fact that I was in the evacuation zone too, but I was in the evacuation zone much further away than you were. I was up close to Valley View where the border was for the second evacuation zone.
Right.
So I definitely sympathize with you, but I can't imagine being as close to this incident as you were. Is there anything else you'd like to add, sir?
Just knowing that that this could have been prevented. This is the first time it's ever happened. Having 3 failures, having 3 valves fail, and not only that, just the type of blockades that were given. You know, if my parents needed to leave, there was no way to get back into the neighborhood, you know? So we're kind of, if you leave, you're done. You can't get back in, you know? People driving on the wrong side of the street, just chaos, you know? Yeah. They felt like they were stuck, and that shouldn't have been a thing. If they needed really to leave, and they were like, okay, let's go back, they couldn't. So I think just having a plan, you know, this is why we have politics. This is why we have leaders. This is why we have the Orange County Sheriff's hazmat team. All of this should have been prevented. And not only that, it should have been practiced. Because it seemed like it was just, it seemed like a 5-year-old really put the blockades around, you know. I think there should have been a better plan.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time. Of course. I'm just going to hop in and shake your hand. That's what I like to usually do at the end of an interview. So thank you very much for your time, and I wish you all the best, sir.
Thank you.
All right.